Hey everyone, it's Miss Nigro. I'm hopeful that you are all home, staying healthy, washing your hands. I hope that you are finding things to keep yourself occupied, maybe a new book, doing a new hobby. I just started crocheting, so we'll see. Maybe everyone will get a blanket by the end of the year. Just kidding. Well, we'll see. So we're going to start this week with a little bit of review. I know that we were in the midst of making our Geometry City, so I'm quite sad that we're not able to continue working on it, but I'm hopeful that maybe at the end of all of this, and we'll be back to school in April, but in the meantime, we're still going to be working on finding the surface area. So you're due now. It says, let's think back to last week. We were looking at finding the surface area of nets. What are the names of these prisms? So they're both prisms. Think back. Can you remember what were their names? Take a second, answer the questions. All right, so this one is our rectangular prism because when you fold this net back up, it looks like this, and that is a rectangular prism. On the flip side, this one, when you fold this net up, it looks like this. This is our triangular prism. Also looks like this. So those are just the names, but we are way past that, so we're gonna keep going. We're gonna find the surface area. It's a little bit of review of some prisms. Then you're gonna do a little bit of independent practice. So the next slide says, this is review. So we also learned how to find the surface area. Try finding the surface area of the following two. So we have our rectangular prism here, and we have our triangular prism here. And our little thought bubble cloud says, find the area of each shape and add them all together. So it's been a bit, so I'm gonna help you start by labeling these first. So we have this here, 3, 5. Okay, that looks good to me. I see this 6 here, so I know that if, let me get my nice highlighters. I know that if this line is 6, then this side is 6. The same with this, this, and this. So these can all be labeled with a 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. Okay, now I'm gonna get another highlighter because I'm having fun with colors here, guys. If this is 3 inches, this side, I know that this one's 3 inches, this one's 3 inches, this one's 3 inches. So I'm gonna do the same thing and label them. 3, 3, 3. Okay. I think, oh, no, one more thing. I can assume that, we need to get another color. Hold on. I can assume that this rectangular is, oh my goodness, this rectangle is the same as this rectangle. So if this side is 5, then this side must also be 5. All right, and now you have enough information to solve this one. But before you get started, actually, let's do this. Get started, work on this one, answer the question, then we'll do this one together. So take a second and work on this one. All right, so now we're ready to solve. So I'm going to start, I need to keep this super neat and organized because there are a lot of steps. So I'm gonna start with finding the area of this rectangle over here. I know that the area of a rectangle equals base times height. So I'm doing 5, which is my height, times 3. So 3 times 5, the area equals 15. So you know I like to keep things organized. I'm writing 15 in the center and circling it. So do that now. All right, now I'm gonna find the area of this rectangle over here. Area equals base times height. So I'm doing area equals, here's my height, here's my base, 6 times 5. So the area of this rectangle over here is 30. So I'm writing 30 and putting it in a circle. I can assume that since this one is the same as this one, this area is also 15. So I don't have to do any work there. Love that. Write 15 and circle it. Okay, now I'm going to look at this one. Area equals, again, base times height, because these are all rectangles. This is all review for the last few years now. So we have our height, which is 6, times our base, which is 3. So area equals 6 times 3. So the area of this one equals 18. All right, same thing. I can assume that these two are the same. So this one is 30, and these two are the same. So this is 18. Okay, so my next step. So I found the area of each shape. Check. Now I need to add them all together to find the sum. So I'm gonna write sum because I like to keep it nice and orderly. So I'm adding 15 plus 15 plus 18 plus 18 plus 30 plus 30. So 15 and 15 is 30. Plus 18 plus 18 is 36. Plus 30 plus 30 is 60. 30 plus 36 is 66. Plus 60 is 126. I can't forget my units. 126 inches squared. And then I put a beautiful box around it. So that is the surface area of this rectangular prism. All right, now it's time to find the area of this triangular prism. So same thing. I'm going to use my highlighters and make sure that I keep this nice and organized. So if this side is 6, I know that this is 6, this side 6, this side is 6. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that right away. 6, 6, and 6. Okay, same thing. I know that if this is 3, then this is also 3. So I'm gonna label this one the same. Likewise, I know that this height right here is 4, and this height right here is 4, so I'm gonna label that accordingly. So at this point, you have enough information to find the surface area of this triangular prism. So go ahead and get started. Okay, great, so now let's go over it. So I'm gonna start here. Area equals base times height. So I'm gonna find the area of this rectangle here. So I'm doing 4 times 6. So area equals 4, oops, sorry, I wrote 6. 6 times 4, area equals 24. So I'm gonna write 24 in this rectangle and put it in a circle. Okay, I'm looking at this one now. I have my base of 5 and my height of 6. Okay, area equals base times height. Area equals 5 times 6. Area equals 30. So I'm going to write 30 in here and put it in a circle. All right, we can't assume that these are the same because if you look at them, this one has a base here of 3, so this one's 4. So I have to do all of these. I know, so much work. So area equals base times height. So I have my height is 6, my base is 3. Area equals 3 times 6, so the area equals 18. So I'm gonna write 18, oops, sorry, sloppy, in here and put it in a circle. The good news is I only have to find the area of one of these triangles because they are the same. So I know that this is my base and here is my height, and this 5 right here, this would be extra information. So we don't need to use the 5. So area of a triangle is base times height divided by 2. I know it's been a while. Area equals 3 times 4, divided by 2. Area equals 12 divided by 2, which gives me 6. So I know that this is 6 and this is 6. All right, I'm running out of room on this page, so I'm gonna move over to my little whiteboard. Okay, so now I need to do my last step. So I'm writing sum, and I need to add up all of these numbers. So I'm adding 30 plus 24 plus 18 plus 6 plus 6. So, you know, 6 plus 6 is 12. So 30 plus 24 plus 18 plus 12. I know that these two is 54 plus these two, which are 30. So I have 54 plus 30, which gives me 84, but that's not the answer. It's 84 meters squared. Put it in a nice, neat box. All right, so we've done a little bit of review. Now you're going to do a bit of independent practice on your own. So I'll move over here. Independent practice, independent practice. Oof, a lot of pressure. So you're gonna log back onto Classroom and you're gonna look for the Google form. that has today's date, which is 3/23. This is due tomorrow, 3/24 at 9 a.m. because at 9 a.m. or when our class starts, I believe it's at 9:20, I'm gonna start by going over the answers. So there are 3 questions. So you should get those 3 questions started. So also, if you have some questions while doing this in the next 24 hours, you should leave those questions. You can type them on the Google Classroom feed. Maybe your peers in your class can answer them. If not, I will try my best to answer them as soon as possible. If not, don't stress. We're gonna start tomorrow, the 24th, by going over these problems. So good luck, you're doing great, and have a great day. Bye.